When we look at the mobile space, we have different kinds of solutions which the consumers can get. We can start with the solution which is just streaming, that you go to a link and then you just stream it from the internet on your phone over the mobile network. Another solution is MDMB, where you actually is doing broadcast through the 3G networks, which is another solution which basically haven't been implemented in very few places, and the question is about this will be a standard which will be dominating in the future. And then you have the standard which EU have chosen as a mobile TV standard called DVB/H, which is a sister technology to DVB/T, which is the terrestrial TV, which is right now getting launched all over Europe. When we look at DVB/H, there's many things with that technology which is interesting. There's no doubt about it's working. In one MOOCs you can have 40 TV channels. You have a lot of possibilities with it. The quality of the picture in the phone is beautiful. I've actually been using a DVB/H solution as my own TV solution for 3 weeks with an average of 3 hours per day. I used it every day. I saw all programs and so on. But when we said that, then the main problem with the DVB/H is the cost of production, the cost of acquiring customers, the cost of maintaining customers, the cost of production of the content, and to create a sustainable business case. And whatever we calculate on this one, we can't see a sustainable business case. The first big question is how much is people willing to pay? An average mobile subscriber today across Europe is paying around €34 a month for his mobile services. Prepaid customers in many European countries are spending between €8 and €10 a month. And if we look at the cost of what it should cost and all the analysis which has been made, then people say it should cost around €10 to get this solution a month. And the big question is, how many people are willing to pay €10 a month? When you remove VAT from the €10, you may be down on €8 or €8.50, depending which country you're in. And for that amount, you should go out and acquire a customer. You will have some sales and acquisition costs. You maybe have to subsidize some hardware, and you also have to pay for the content. And maybe you can sign the customer up for a 12 months contract. And even when you make the calculation there, it's very difficult to see how you create a business case. In some countries, it's the mobile operators launching DVB/H, but in other countries, it's those companies which got the license to launch the DVB-T network. And for those guys, then they have to sit down and find a business case where the DVB-T guy have to find an agreement with the mobile operator, and they also have to find an agreement with the TV providers, which have to find an agreement with the content suppliers. And when we look at DVB/H and whatever we count, however we go and do it, we can't see there's a business case. So my personal opinion is, it will be very difficult. The big thing is you're using your battery time, so you will have less battery time to make voice and SMS. You're killing time. What a lot of people is doing when they're killing time, then they're sending SMSs to friends, sending MMSs to friends, surfing on the internet, or calling friends and families and so on. If they're just sitting and watching TV, it could maybe have a negative impact on people's spending on their mobile phone. There's certain type of content which fits to the mobile space. There's, for instance, news, music, like TV channels like MTV. That kind of content is perfect for mobile TV. But other type of content, you have to redefine it. You have to find a new way to create it. The same way as you don't take the TV content and just put it on the internet. You have one format for TV on the internet, and you have another format on TV. So in that space, there's no doubt about it, there will be something called mobile journalism, and the big question is, how will mobile journalism be in the future? How will this be, and so on. And then that again will bring up the production price of content, and if you have to produce the content and you pay the cost, you need many viewers, and if we look at the cost of acquiring viewers, it is a challenge. And if we look at some of the countries, for instance here, the Baltic countries, which are small countries, you must remember the cost of producing content in a country with 1.2 million people is exactly the same as producing content in a country with about 5 million people, or 10 million people, or 20 million people, or 80 million people like the German. We believe a lot in YouTube type content on the mobile phone, people watching small clips. I think that market will be huge. Streaming on your mobile phones will be huge. And you must remember, streaming and doing those things, that can be on demand. Where DVB/H is actually Flow TV. That would say that the TV is happening when the TV wants it to happen. So it's not like I'm planning my train trip home according to when does the TV program start. I plan my train trip at home according to when I leave my job and when I go home to my family.